All right.
Cool.
Run me through. What's the plan?
Yeah, so this is the car that you could get high from 10 feet away. I bought this from like a guy that would just hotbox out of this car every day as it sat broken down in front of his apartment for $1,500. And we loaded it on the trailer with Mike pointed that out. It's like you could stick your hand between that. We think that he hit something here and it just pulled it up. Whatever, who cares? So $1,500. Like the motor was idling weird. I think I've addressed that. I've replaced almost every single hose in existence. But the idea is just buying a bunch of Temu parts and beating them until they break, and like seeing if putting all your motor parts like water pumps and thermostats and pretty much everything in Temu actually is worth it or not. Suspension, hydro brakes, like all of this you can get on Temu actually. Control arms, hydro brakes, every single thing on here is a Temu product except for the battery and this guy. And this, because I 3D printed this. It goes in the air vent. So I can put my gauges in the air vents. Oh, and the gauges are not Temu there.
Again, opportunity tool. 3D printers.
Oh my god, 3D printers are like, blow my mind. But yeah, so the idea is put it all, I've kind of stripped off, we can go to the front and check it out. I've stripped it entirely down because it was idling bad, and just putting everything back in it, all Temu. And then we're gonna gut it, we're gonna put the hydro brake, we're gonna put fun lights in the inside, a sprayer, like a windshield washer sprayer that sprays the radiator to keep it cool. Because is it Mythbusters? Like somebody did a study one time, like how effective just misting your radiator is, and it was like the benefits were insane. Sprayer for the rear tire. We got like button box over there. Gut it. Yeah, it's pretty much full drift car, except for a cage. Like the cage is the only thing. Like probably the most important part is what I skipped out on. But other than that,
if it ends up being super successful, I got a guy who is super into it who would probably help you out there.
Yeah, so like we might, but like the stuff we do is super low speed.
Yeah.
I feel like if I had an LS in it and I was doing events where you're like have like 100 mile per hour entries, then you're like probably want to have a cage. But we're like, still little toddlers on like 30, 40 mile per hour.
You're drifting, but you're drifting at 32.
Yeah, exactly. If this was on the ground, I'd show you how awesome the factory suspension is. It balances enough to probably kill you on the highway. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything. Full drift car, angle kit, everything. We're going to 3D print a wide body kit. That's probably the only cool thing. So we come over here in the tight garage. I don't know if you want to come over here too. You can see I've farted baby powder all over the side of my car. And so what we do is we have these scanners, very expensive. I mean, obviously not very like consumer friendly.
Yeah.
There's lights up here, actually right behind you, that I paid $350 for my FD. Really, I mean, I love these lights. They're really cool. Try not to drop them. They're by a company called Boosted International. And pretty nice. Well, if you look at the back, I can see layer lines. This was 3D printed.
Yep.
And so I'm like, so somebody scanned this, and
eBay.
Yeah, they you're saying if they sell them on eBay? They have their own website.
Oh,
but yeah, you can also sell them on eBay. That's probably easier.
Yeah.
But the person with scanners, like if you have somebody that knows how to design, or you can scan the FD wherever, whatever car, and design something and sell it. So that's the hopes to possibly profit off of that, and it's because you can do that from anywhere. I don't have to be anywhere to design a part and sell it online.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I farted baby powder on this. Found a Croatian dude that had one side done. And I was like, why don't you sell the right side? And he's like, well, I don't have the 3D file yet because whoever hasn't scanned it. And I was like, I'll scan it for you. And he's like, well, I'll give you both the files for free if you scan it. So it took me 5 minutes, scanned it, sent him the file. He had designed this side within like 2 days, sent me both files. And now he's like, hey, if you can scan the engine bay, I'll make, where the AC used to go, where we could possibly mount a turbo. And he's like, if you scan the clutch area, I'll do all these things. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. It saved me hours and hours of time. So anyways.
You could have Temu Turbo Part 2.
Dude, I mean, like, honestly, like, that would be pretty cool. I mean, that's my opinion. But yeah, we're going to put a 3D printed body kit, which I think, like, the concept of it is pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it's like, who would do that, one? And two, the fact that it's like $40 in filament, maybe $60 in filament. But a body kit would cost you, what?
$1,500 for, like, a cheap one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they wanted $1,000 from, like, straight from China to, like, Alibaba. And granted, it was the whole thing. But whatever, I only need the rear. So I think that's going to be a pretty cool concept. So 3D printed, probably just put some Bondo over it, make it out of a material that's maybe a little bit of flex to it. So if you do get hit, it can give a little bit.
For this car, when you do get hit.
Yeah, exactly. But the cool thing is, if I actually don't Bondo it and I just leave it 3D printed, I can just replace a panel.
It's weight reduction too.
Yeah, yeah. So that's some cool stuff that I think is like different.
Did it come with 4 lugs instead of 5?
Yeah, the previous owner probably tried to do a little bit better, like weight savings. The thing is, rotational mass is way more than static mass. So the guy was really thinking when he was removing lug nuts.
Big brain moment.
Big brain, rotational mass is insane. So I might take off another one. It just, who needs 4 when you can have 3? But yeah, and then for seats, I am recycling seats that I've had for, years. I bought that for an old Monte Carlo that we were building that I never finished because I don't finish projects. And then this guy I bought for like the Camaro that I had years ago. Put it in, used it for a couple years. I only got it for like $200 for a pair.
Nice.
So I've had them. And it's been in the attic, and I was like, perfect time to use one. The other one's in a buggy that I have, and I left it out in the sun. And
shredded
that. So yeah, my Temu suspension, camera equipment, my RX-7 FD how to bolt it kit because, or guide because I blew my motor doing what the kids like to call money shifting. So
No.
it's definitely costed a lot of money, and the compression's also bad on it. So that's nice. Supposes this cable right here goes in the back of the alternator. It's the power cable. Don't do that. I accidentally touched it with a wrench.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sparky.
Okay. Might be time for that chair to move.
Yeah.
Gotta turn the car on.
Probably, yeah.
This now?
Maybe.
This is what we've been waiting for?
Yeah. You get the first. It doesn't even bounce back. It's just so gummy. Yeah. I think I'm gonna delete this at some point.
Don't tell California.
What does it actually do? It's a secondary injection, air injection, but I think at low RPMs it works.
Yeah, I think it's idle starting up basically. Make it, well,
Maybe to give it vacuum at low RPMs or
Yeah.
something. I've seen people do delete kits, so it must not be that important. That's everything. Fuel pump relay.
yes.
I gotta plug it in.
Fuel rail is hella leaking.
Oh, you know why? Take that off. That's an attachment. The attachment is leaking.
Okay.
So let me just use a not appropriate tool for this. This is to be able to check it. Well, we're gonna have a fire. I had to put like a wood toothpick. Hopefully it doesn't backfire. And if it does, hopefully we have fire extinguisher nearby. Do you have a fire extinguisher nearby? It's been frying for time. Not leaking anymore? Alright. It should start, right? Because all it has is the alternator and the water pump, and it should start without it. There's no other accessories that are driving it.
Yeah, I don't think you get any timing signal from your alternator. Some cars. Should not be this BMW though.
Is it spinning?
Yeah, it's spinning.
Huh. Then I'm stumped and I don't know.
Is your coil pack grounded?
That's a fair point. It should be grounded here. Right? That's what these are. These ones that I put in. That's what this should be.
Your ground strap's better than mine.
What we can do is, might as well do it on both, right? Just in case they're grounded individually. Okay, that touches up. That'll definitely be grounded. Actually, you know what I should have just done?
Oh yeah. Piggyback him. Do your injectors need signal?
I was about to say. I can't get it on.
It's better than not being able to get it off.
What do you think? Do you wanna?
I mean, I'll just hold it in.
There's a filter. So I was gonna say if we can just take the filter off, probably make it less questions on if it's even leaking there. Just go straight in there.
Yep. Hello.
I'm trying to get the cap on it. It won't go on. It's just not made for it. What do you think? Here, I can do it if you want to crank it, or if Ed wants to crank it.
Whoa. Sorry. Here you go. You document.
I'm documenting.
Pull up. You have to... Sorry. Just give me a second. Couple seconds. You have to turn the key all the way off, I think, for it to let you crank again. Yeah, it has to go all the way off and then all the way up. Okay, I'm ready. Alright, stop. I'm full starter fluid now.
You're full of starter fluid.
Yeah.
That went everywhere.
Yeah. I don't even think it got in there. It might get all that crazy.
Oh, here. Well, then just spray get it all over this, and we can put it back on, and it'll...
I mean, it just needs fumes, right?
Yeah, so...
Well, I mean, the fumes are there. Okay, I felt the fumes.
You can feel the fumes.
Like in my head. Like it's fast happening. Maybe this top. I must have dropped it at one point in the top row. Why wouldn't it start? Oh, did you get rubber gloves?
No.
Oh, not too tight.
Not bad. But, here.
Just push down on the nib.
You just,
Oh, no, that'll get...
I just don't. Oh, fucking bastard. Dude, it reeks down here. It just smells like gas and starter fluid. I just don't see what it would be. Unless the alternator does have a signal ladder. Should we just connect it? Like, bring it over here and just like... We don't even have to get it, like...
There you go.
Sorry, just try to start it real quick while you do that.
Sure.
It has to be if there's something on the alternator wire, maybe. Let me just set it here. I like candy sweet. I do like candy sweet. I like fruit sweet.
Huh. What, why did it work?
Yeah, I think we pulled up the camera the last
No, it
second.
doesn't smell good.
It
No, that's
smells
just
terrible.
That's just how.
Okay.
I mean, but yeah.